Oh, hi! I didn't hear you come in. It's me, Fedora of Oh the Horror. And just last week, I hit 300 subscribers. And so as promised, we're gonna have a little look at my horror movie collection. So this is a collection that I've put together over like, I don't know, like 8 years or something like that. I think, I was there, because funny enough, I haven't actually been a horror movie fan for very long. The first movie that ever got me into collecting horror movies was, funnily enough, Freddy vs. Jason. I saw it in the cinemas when it came out. And ever since then I've just been nuts about it. So we have a little look at my collection now. We'll start on the top, obviously. I think the thing that's obviously catching most people's attention is the big pizza box, as we call it. Zoom right in there. This is a special giveaway of all 7 Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So like I said, we've got 1 through 7 on DVD here, and it's a really awesome case here. And right here we have my autographed picture of Robert Englund from Freddy vs. Jason with the certificate of authenticity. So it's not fake, it's real. It's real. Then we have the Universal's Monster Collection. Now this is quite a pride and joy of mine. We have 8 original classics from the 20s and 30s. We have Bela Lugosi's Dracula, Boris Karloff's Frankenstein and the Mummy. You have The Invisible Man, Bride of Frankenstein, The Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera, and Creature of the Black Lagoon. We have more collection boxes over here. We have the Leprechaun Collector's Box. This, unfortunately, this collector's box was released before the 6th and final movie in the franchise was released. So I've only got 1 through 5, unfortunately. So I have to find the 6th one separately. And then finally we have The Grudge 1 and 2 in a nice little box there.
Isn't that third shelf also Boeing?
Is what, sir?
It's Boeing.
It's Boeing, yeah. Because I don't have the clip thing. I've sort of wedged it in there with a metal rod. So it's falling apart basically, this shelf. So I got to get a new one.
It's been through a lot.
It is. It's falling apart. Now, initially I'm missing a lot of episodes of certain franchises, but it gets better as it goes on. So as you can see from the start, we have the Psycho 50th year anniversary, along with Psycho 2, and then it's jumped straight to the remake, the shot-for-shot remake. And then, most shamelessly of all, I only have Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero's Night. And there's like 10 of the Living Dead movies or more, and I've only got the 1, it's very sad. No, I haven't done this for any other collection, but all my King movies I've kept together. So we got It, Cujo, The Shining, which Stephen King really hated, surprisingly. The Jack Nicholson Shining. Then we have Carrie and Carrie 2. And then the remake, which I really liked, and I'll be talking about that in an upcoming top 5 video next season. Alright, now moving on, we have House of Wax, The Hills Have Eyes, Amityville is another collection I'm lacking. I only got the first and the remake. Then we have Jaws, The Exorcist, Blair Witch Project. Now we have movies that I do have the full collection. So we have all of the Omen movies, 1 to the remake. And then we have all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, including Next Generation, which I didn't actually realize existed until a fan told me about it. Then we have Halloween. We got Halloween 1 through 9, and then Friday the 13th 1 through 10. Ding! And then we just have the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, because obviously I got the pizza box up there. And then Freddy vs. Jason to cap that off. Then I have all of the Hellraiser movies, the Evil Deads, all the Candymans. I own a Japanese version of Candyman 2. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Totally read all that.
Yeah. Then you have The Three Maniac Cops by William Lustig, who you may also remember did the Uncle Sam movie, which I reviewed with Bob's Show. The 2 Fright Night remakes, I need to find the originals. The Howling, the freaking Howling, I swear to God. Never have I found a series that's so hard to find the full collection of. I think there's 8 movies, including the remake, but you cannot find a copy of 2 or 5 anywhere in Australia, and anywhere cheap online, so it's really annoying, that. My Bloody Valentine and its remake. The remake this is one of those remakes where it's a case that this is infinitely better than its original. Not many cases where you can say that, but this is indeed one of them. Let me move on to some more alien-ish movies. We have Species, all of the movies, and Critters. And The Relic, which I believe you and I reviewed together, my love.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Then we have Alien, the anthology, along with the Predator movies, and then the 2 AVPs. Alright, then we have my full moon movies. We have The Puppet Master and Killjoy 12 film pack. 12 movies in one case. And it's one of those stupid ones where it's just, they're all just crammed together on this one little thing here. So you can scratch up the disc and it'll be awesome because it won't work. Then we have Lawnmower Man. Is this a Stephen King movie? I don't think it is. No. Lawnmower Man, yeah. He's a lawnmower man who gets turned into a super genius and then tries to take over the world. Yeah, when it comes to a horror movie, you'd think something called Lawnmower Man would be someone going on a killing spree with a lawnmower. But that's not the case. Scream, awesome movies. All of them. Then I Know What You Did Last Summer, getting less awesome, but still good. The Thing, the original and its prequel, which was hugely disappointing. Event Horizon, The Faculty, the terrible Urban Legend trilogy. Then we have some more...
It's a faculty of horror.
Yeah, well, I'd say it's sci-fi horror. It's quite...
I've watched that.
Yeah, it's got quite a lot of blood in it.
A couple of times.
Yeah,
So it can't be a horror.
Oh, I see. That's your logic, is it?
Yeah.
Then the Final Destination movies, which I've been requested quite a few times to talk about at some point.
Talking about it now.
Yeah, well, there you go. End of Days, hugely underrated movie. Some of the best acting I've ever seen out of Schwarzenegger. And that's saying something because, let's be honest, he's not a great actor. The Stuff, and then the Saw movies. I don't actually like the Saw movies, to be honest. I'm not a fan. I've only got them so I can just own them. Frailty. I highly recommend this movie for anyone who likes psychological slashes. This is definitely a good one to own. Trick or Treat, that's an anthology horror movie that's really good. And then you have the Anaconda series. I didn't actually realize that there was more than 2 Anaconda movies, but we have the third one, which stars David Hasselhoff. Oh dear indeed. And then the fourth one, which I don't know too much about, but it's borrowing artwork from the original movie, so you can say it's not doing too much on its own. And then finally, we move on to the messy pile here. This is the messy pile. Where we have, if you can see under there, we have The Ring 1 and 2, followed by The Grudge 3, which I am going to review in Season 3.
The creepy movies
The
in
creepy.
very dark space on the show.
Exactly, there you go. Hellbreeder, fucking weirdest movie I've ever seen in my life. I know it looks pretty straightforward. You think it's gonna look like, I don't know, like the Ed Gein Butcher of Plainfield style movie about William H. Gacy or something like that, but no, this is a freaking bizarre film. I'm the only person in the world right now who owns this, the Cloverfield and Rogue double pack, because Cloverfield and Rogue don't come in a double pack. I actually made this DVD case myself because I owned the 2 discs, but I didn't actually own their cases. So I've sort of just made one of my own. So
You cheated, basically.
I cheated, yeah. I owned the movie, I just didn't own the cases. Wolf Creek, now there's an Aussie horror movie for you. From Hell, starring Johnny Depp. The Frighteners, starring Michael J. Fox.
Wait, isn't that mine?
What? Frighteners?
The Frighteners.
Yeah, well, it's ours. It's ours.
It's not a horror.
It is. It's a comedy horror. The Strangers. Then we have The Dread. It's more obscure stuff. Eight-Legged Freaks. One of my favorite comedy horrors. They, a Wes Craven movie, which is not one of his best. The Seamstress. Very overused method, but still a fun movie. Shutter. Getting some more American remakes. Hatchet. Drag Me to Hell. Sam Raimi movie. Audition. Japanese torture porn. Gotta love it. Moving up to the second pile now, we have Devil, M. Night Shyamalan. Yep.
Well done.
That's what I think of M. Night Shyamalan. Eraserhead, I was recommended this movie by a friend. I haven't watched it yet, but I hear it's really freaking weird, so I'm gonna watch that at some point. Black Sheep, hilarious. Swamp Devil, that's some more Australian horror movies for you. The Unborn. Then we move on to some Wan movies. I freaking love James Wan's work. Dead Silence and the 2 Insidious movies. And I got The Conjuring down here as well. So let's move on. We got Let Me In, starring Chloe Moretz from the Carrie remake. And we've got some more movies. Sinister, Stitches the Clown, starring Australian comedian Ross Noble as a demonic clown. Match made in heaven. And finally, to close it up, we have Mama, The Conjuring, as I mentioned, The Purge, You're Next, and finally, Devil's Due, which only came out of the cinemas not too long ago. And at the time being, that is my complete horror collection.
Okay, What is your favorite DVD out of all that?
Oh, you can't ask me that.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Okay, alright, well I suppose watchable if you just want to have something going in the background. I'd say a good slasher movie that you don't need to pay too much attention to. I'd say probably the Maniac Cop movies. Probably Maniac Cop 2. That's probably the best out of the trilogy in mine and many other people's opinions. There's too much variables you gotta take into, like, I could say my favorite, I know, psychological horror would be, I don't know, Hellraiser Bloodline. I've mentioned how much I love that movie. My favorite slasher movie, that could be, what is my favorite slasher movie? Probably Jason Lives, Friday the 13th Part 6. That's a really good one as well, the first appearance of zombie Jason. But, yeah, that's my full collection. I plan on growing that for as long as I can, really. If anyone have any suggestions of movies I can add to it or in places I can find them, please let me know. And if you see any movies in here that you'd possibly like me to review on the show, once again, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, just one more time, thank you everyone who's subscribed to me for getting me up to 300. And I hope, yeah, indeed. And I definitely hope to get a lot higher than that. And with your help, I'm sure I will. So thank you very much everyone, and I'll see you next time. Good night.